YouTube, estamos otra vez
Chris
con
could not
nuestra
help Garrett.
aventura
Jaskier directed
brujería.
the
La
Green
volvemos a
Tilly,
donde lo
an
dejamos.
neuromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing.
¿Qué es?
Guided by Kareem
¿Qué
Tilly, the
es?
Witcher had a
En
dream.
las puertas
In it, Syria and I,
de...
the dandelion.
El Romero y el Tomillo. Ahí
Now,
con
to
nuestro
find
amigo
Syria, he
Jaskier.
did first
Real
need to find
pervertido
his dear
Jaskier.
old friend.
¿Qué nos cuenta? A ver, ¿qué nos cuenta? La 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 la. Bueno, vamos a meditar una hora. Ahí. A las 6 de la mañana. Unas horas decentes. Cerrado.
Nothing hurts as much as life.
I'll never come back, you stinking scadges.
All we wanted was...
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth.
Ole. Ole, ole, ole. Nuestro amigo Zoltan.
Get out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure. Giving me no choice.
Leave him to me!
Vagabundo, 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 vagabundo.
Reminds me of a phaser store.
Yeah, it was like we never left Bergen.
Leg it!
Me ha pegado. ¿Cómo aguanta, no?
Told you this place was...
Madre mía, cómo aguanta ese.
That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not good.
Not
Not
at
good.
all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. Not just barely returned as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale, and what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Haven't a clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Hmm. 10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Seems Dandelion's taking the tavern business seriously.
If you only knew. Gives it everything. Not seen him this obsessed ever. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping.
Responsibilities.
He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is.
¿Cómo no?
Seems he's only been meeting
¿Cómo no?
Wait, the dog.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... Ah, fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
La. Lo guardo y lo guardo y lo guardo. Lo venderé. ¡Ole! Yo saqueo en todos los lados que voy. Ya. Carta de fan. Carta de fan. Saqueo. Saqueo. Hay que saquear todas las habitaciones antes de que vengan, ¿sabes? La gente. Todo. Hay que saquear todo. Me llama el sacador. ¿Qué era el sacador? No dejo nada. Yo me enciendo velas. Sí, así. ¿Qué hay? ¿Y no hay nada más? Vale, nada. No hay una cosa más. ¿Ves? A esa habitación aún no se puede acceder. No problem. Ya que está Zoltan aquí, pues vamos a hablar con él.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone. Though well she knows the touch of silken lace.
Molly, Keeps things tight.
A baroness within reach, and he settled.
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station.
Yeah. If I didn't know him.
Oh, I doubt it.
Doubt I want to hear.
Probably better off not. Things between...
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian.
Huh. True.
You didn't ken half of it.
Cosas raras, ¿verdad, Piccolo?
That's the fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit in the reins out of her cupboard.
¿Qué salir en el vídeo?
Oh, poor bastard fled out the window.
Vamos a saber por Vespola.
Vespula. Name ring.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would... Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atred.
All right. But Var Atra?
Yes.
Wouldn't say that. Had a brief conversation with him.
Well, then you've a good notion of the kind of bloke he is.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
Word has it Ttas now looking to hire our next victim.
A figure most rare. Her nature Well.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this...
You want to take the...
Nah, you can...
Why?
See, elven beauty is like a young...
Sí, claro.
Well...
Vale. Vamos con Vespola.
It's a rain.
Claims you agreed to pay him more.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay...
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
This coin and leave.
That ain't how it works. Vespula's to pay or be taught a lesson.
Already given her a verbal reprimand. Now go, before I teach you a lesson.
Come on. Gold's gold.
Sí.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. To think there are men who'll help a stranger out of the kindness of their hearts.
Not entirely out of kindness, and you're not entirely a stranger.
What are you... Oh, I know you. You're that witcher took Dandelion out whoring. Gerald, right?
Not Gerald. Geralt.
Oh. Dreadful sorry.
What do you think? Where could Dandelion be?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black
Sí.
and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Varias veces le he hecho eso.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Ah, Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice to get by.
Ah, amiga. ¿Qué es? Vamos a ir cambiando las cositas, ¿no? Un poquito. ¿Qué tal, hombre?
Some people.
Welcome. Do come.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here. Any better?
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
When'd you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid, sucks flaccid.
Qué crack.
I know this is none of my business, but why do
I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing.
Bueno.
Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom. Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
Ah, que va.
I managed to stay interested. Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me. Greetings.
Glad to take it.
Of course, please.
¿La puedo vender a este? La vendo. Apañado. Vendido. Me pillo una camisa de estas así, chupiwuchwachis.
So long.
Adiós, majete.
My brother stayed in Temeria. Ain't no hope for him, is there?
No. Lo siento. Si no me quiere preguntar con eso, pero bueno.
No bread, no coin, poor as shite.
Paso a los guardias, ¿sabes? Bueno.
White one, take a gander over here.
No quiero.
Hey, free boy.
La 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 la.
Why did that mage have to blow himself up in my alley? I barely own my things, now I gotta wash them again. Dang rug just won't scrub.
Oh!
My man comes over.
Porque es otro vendedor. Y mercader.
Welcome. What can I get the honourable gentleman? New Poo Lanes, perchance?
Fine.
So, what don't I got?
Madre mía. Te vendo esto. Te voy a vender esta.
Thanks.
Come again. Cheap as it gets, right here.
What will the morrow bring?
Ah, bueno. Puedo seguir por aquí.
Oh! I hope you go bold.
Checamos. Todos los tipos sospechosos. Barbero!
Oh, fuck. Come right in now.
¿Metemos un barberito o qué? ¡Hey, barbero! How are you? Te asustes, hombre.
Looking for a barber? Well, you found one. Welcome.
Give me a haircut.
Tampoco borracho.
This is not what I wanted.
What do you mean, not what you wanted? Are you cut and coiffed? You are. And even as even can be, I'd say.
This is not the look I wanted.
And this is not the fate I wanted. I was to be an alderman in Mahakan. Instead, I shave and cut tramps and ragamuffins. Life deals what it deals. You shrug and you take it.
A la puta.
Oh, welcome back.
Give me a haircut. Long it.
Es que no me gusta el puto peinado que me has hecho, no me jodas. ¿Qué peinado? No me jodas tú. Uf, menos mal. Este no es el que yo quiero. ¿Cómo se llama el que yo quiero, tío? Ah, macho. A ver cómo se queda este, ya que estamos. Uf. No. Madre mía.
So long.
A mí me ha salado igual.
Armed ruffians in town.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Odd though he is, girls can't seem to look away.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after all.
Yeah.
Eternal fire.
No elves now rove the city.
Threw him in a cell for 3 nights. All for a handful of animals.
Miserable. Right. And hungry.
Bueno, tampoco ha tardado mucho.
How do you know?
In the circus, because he
Mum
can swallow
says
salt.
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. Peruse the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life.
Hola,
He never
Nami.
came back to see me. So I thought if it's done,
Estamos hablando de hongos.
it's done.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! Her snakely whip rose skyward. Gee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Mami.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Menos mal me ha hecho...
Jeepers creepers! Look at the
Right.
Oxford Red, please, good folk. Draw it out more.
Greetings, Haggard.
What difference would it make?
Great one. Draw it out, it sounds like
But I wouldn't give
Just
her a
a
small
small-
jar.
My
of
brother
wine.
came back from the
How do you
market.
find
Knackered.
Novigrad? Does it suit you?
This Baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Greetings, Witcher. Must admit it's curious to see you here. I don't quite believe in coincidences.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of monsters, and my son.
You're right, General. My visit's no accident. I'm looking for someone.
There's no one here who wishes to see you. Captain, this man is not to enter. Forgive me, Morvran, but I've lost my appetite for the races.
Kill a woman's son and appear at her doorstep? My. I thought witches had better
Cuando yo mata a su
survival
hijo.
skills than that.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
I fear your information's out of date. Molly no longer works here.
Seem to know who Molly is. You also know she doesn't work here anymore. Know where I can find her, maybe?
This time of day? Probably sipping punch and considering which horse to bet on.
Not in the mood for jokes.
I jest you not. After Arian's demise, Luis's nephew came to pay his respects. Got one glance of Molly and, well, they wed soon after. They now await his inheritance. With the Baroness's son dead, the estate will go to the nephew and Lady Latta, known until recently simply as Molly.
All right, so where'll I find the newly minted Lady Latar?
Our dear little Molly has a new passion, horse racing. To my knowledge, she should be at Countess Vegelbud's villa right now. That's exactly where I'm going. Since you stripped me of Louise's company, perhaps you'd agree to come along.
Well, if Molly'll be there.
On our way, then.
Cuando mató yo a su hijo, tío. Hostia.
we've arrived.
Nice place.
I must say, of all the creatures in this region, I find steeds most intriguing. Horses interest you at all, Witcher?
All the same to me. Call each one I ride Roach.
Strange. The grey is Cantarella, sired by Jaskier, the champion from Vol.
Yeah, gray's a good color. Even looks good on horses.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Ha! Splendid! In that case, you must choose a mount.
Redanian chestnut looks promising.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zeracanian Bay. The horses are saddled. Let's begin.
La 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 la.
Riders, ready!
Don't spare the horse!
Giddy up.
Nothing hurts as much as...
Come on, Witcher! Let's see what you're made of! I adore the speed, the rush of air! Come on, Witcher! Let's see what you're made of! Don't spare the horse!
Quiero recuperar el caballo. Y ahora. Pues bien.
Come on, Witcher! Let's see what you're made of!
The Roach I chose put in a nice run.
Exceptional. I've not lost a race in a while. I congratulate you. That is yours. Ah, look! Lady Latar has just arrived.
Who?
The woman formerly known as Molly. There she stands.
Right. Thanks.
I shall be here for a time. Find me if you'd like to ride back to the city together.
Who do you favor, milady?
Can't decide between the Black Stallion and the Grey Mare. Keep going back and forth, back and forth. Sorry, don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dan...
¡A mí que me va a salvar ese hombre!
Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Kairan by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. Ever since I became Lady Latard, it's been nothing but balls, banquets, and other such...
Vaya por Dios.
What's it? Congregations. Awful tiring, all this. But... oh, maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canal.
Qué bonito. Ay, qué romántico es Jaskier.
Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
I'm under the impression Dandelion thinks you still serve the Lavalettes.
Oh, that's because I never told him I stopped. Didn't want him to treat me any different.
And your husband has nothing against it? Your old friendship?
Course not. Sweetiekins couldn't be happier that Dandelion's raising me sophistication.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister?
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I asked Dandelion when we visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait. Before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings
Claro.
to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go.
Claro, encima que te he ganado. ¡Pa, pa, pa, pa! Que yo no entiendo por qué llevo a Sardinilla sin...
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Sin silla, tío. No, con silla. Ah. Hey, buen hombre. ¿Qué tal?
Don't be shy now. Looking doesn't cost a thing.
How do you get a hold of these?
No one asked Eremasi.
Strange they didn't burn his stuff with him.
Why wouldn't they? These are common goods.
All right, I get it.
Rumor has it, each is...
Rumor happened to mention where to find the locks these...
Sadly, no. What if I knew you...
Where did Aramas live?
At a lovely residence south of Oxenford. Badly done.
Show me what you have.
A ver qué tiene, venga. Pues... ¿Esto qué es? Bueno. Bueno.
Farewell. Statuette of a man. Wasn't carved but produced using magic. Ought to ask Tris about it.
La 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 la. Matito. Una pena. Al brujo no le gusta que los gatos no se
Did you catch him? No luck.
Hello. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo estáis?
Sounds like it might have been an acrobat.
A ver.
Maybe so. Both misses are fond of.
Hey, keep your distance.
Hola, buenas.
Vamos.
What do you want?
Rosa var Atra's expecting me. Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits. Won't you realise what you've got yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once. Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss. Follow me.
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly...
Papa, clearly!
Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Hello.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one? Damn it!
¿Qué pasa? ¿Ahora qué?
You're much better than the last one.
¿Cómo te he dejado?
Not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
I'm a witcher. I'm looking...
A witcher? That's splendid. I always wanted to meet a witcher. This is so exciting.
Incredibly. But we ought to discuss that another time. Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us.
Uy.
I believe he thought he was
Seductor.
Mean he wasn't?
¿Cómo se
We
menea
had
la
some
silla,
sort
tío?
of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch. Drat it! You're quick! Stop flaunting and fight! Aye. Ow. bother with 2 swords when you can barely handle one? Stop flaunting and fight! Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Y le digo, con mucho gusto, lo siento, estoy ocupado porque al final... jodido. Si no, la guardia me va a joder.
Sorry, gotta say no. Schedule's packed just now.
As you wish. What are you 2 lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna Va Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Wait a minute. Mean to say Dandelion mixed you 2 up?
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang it. He'll next sing
¡A qué tema! Pero vamos.
Stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth 2 sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Uy, uy, uy.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or Trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Kalonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Kalonetta. Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Sorry, Rosa. Afraid I can't at the moment.
Farewell, then. Oh, payment for your time.
Ahí hay un cofre, tú. Como cotilleo. Está cerrado. Venga, por Dios. ¿Tantos libros, tío, o qué? Mierda. ¿Cuántos libros, tío? A una puta casa de tal y ¿cuántos libros? Basura. Bueno. Algo me llevo. Hala, hasta luego. No me buféis.
Let's drink for it's nearly night.
Sick of it all.
Corriendo voy.
Like dung that flows to the sewers,
How you go with
so
this
the
thing?
worst scum flows
I was
into
nothing a
the
bit up minding my own business when suddenly up he pops and heals me. Had a profitable case of leprosy one minute, next thing I know I'm bankrupt.
Wait,
No means to earn my shot.
Better like that.
Look,
The corpse-like visage, the big...
Got the courage to repeat that slander to my face?
Readily. You are a mutant. A freak. A useless relic of a bygone age that should be burned like a withered branch.
How many people's lives have you saved? From Brooksay? From Leshens?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many? There's something to think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth. Put Oller at him and his tail slinks between his legs.
Come on,
people.
Best not cause any trouble at the inn.
Luego viene a zurrarme con unos matones. Y le tengo que rajar de arriba abajo, seguro.
Oh, he's a war veteran.
Youth these days.
Hey, ¿qué pasa?
Hair-brained, all of them.
Hey.
What village are you from? Willows. It's into the area 2 days' road from Gazima. You've got arrived there just
Novigrad is a state of mind.
No harm, not at first.
Understand?
Bueno, señores, aquí lo dejamos por hoy otra vez en la puerta del Romero y el Tomillo. Espero que os haya gustado y un buen like que ayuda un montón. Chao, chao.